Hello, my name is Tracy Allen, and I want to welcome you to Cooking with Some Friends. Hello, welcome to Cooking with Some Friends. My sister is here today. We are doing several different things to get ready for Christmas. She's dressed appropriately and I am not, but it's okay. One of the things we're going to do some crock pot candy, and this takes a couple of hours in the crock pot, so I want to get it started before we do some of the other stuff. So Kelly's going to go ahead and dump this in. You're going to use the container of nuts, and nothing is mixed till it cooks for an hour, so you just do layers.
Oh,
okay.
The
So
nuts first?
Nuts first. Okay. And you can, they're lightly salted, and you can do 2 jars of them or just one container, big container.
Salt.
Yeah. What good is making Christmas candy if you
hungry.
can't snitch? Okay. And on top of that, you're going to put 1 whole package plus, and those are lightly salted roasted peanuts that we have. She's gonna put 1 container of, white almond bark, and then 1 other section. So not the whole thing, just the, break
Just
it.
one? Like,
Well, 1 row.
1 row, okay.
Your hands are probably stronger than mine. Skip a break.
Well, 2 of them broke in half. I don't want to bang your counter too hard.
Afraid it'll break.
No, I just don't want to damage it.
Okay, do not do this at home. Just want to squirt. There we go. Okay. And then on top of that, you want a half a bag, because this is a 20-ounce bag and we only want 10 ounces, about half a bag of dark chocolate. Aren't you glad I gave you scissors, though?
Mm-hmm.
Because when I tear open bags, everything goes flying.
Enough? Or?
Yep. So I'm going to use half of a 12-ounce bag of butterscotch chips. That goes on next. And then about a 1/3 cup of toffee bits. Then I'm going to put the lid on this and let it cook for an hour before I mix it. And it's going to go on low. So we'll put the lid on, put it on low for an hour, and then we'll show you what it looks like when it's ready to mix. Okay, well, Kelly's running a quick errand. I'm going to show you our crock pot candy when it's finished. It's all melted. I stirred it again. So now you just want to take spoonfuls of it, and you decide how big, and drop them onto parchment to dry. You can make them as small or as large as you'd like to. And you want these to set up. Now you can put them in the refrigerator to dry if you want to, or let them dry at room temperature. And once you get them on here while they're still wet, if you want to, you can take your sea salt and give them a little bit of a sprinkle. And that is our crock pot candy. So anyway, okay, so one of the things we decided we would show you how to do is some gingerbread that you can actually do little decorations and then put those on the side of your mug. And you can use the same recipe if you're going to make a gingerbread house, and we'll show you some molds that you can buy for that. But we're not going to make a whole gingerbread house today because that's really time consuming. So we're going to mix up our gingerbread so we can get it in the refrigerator because it needs to chill for a couple of hours. So in the bowl, Kelly's going to put 1 stick of butter, and we're cutting the recipe in half because all we're making are the little embellishments for the side of the cup. If we were doing a whole gingerbread house or whatever, we'd do the full recipe. Okay, half a cup of brown sugar, and that's a half cup right there on
I'm going to use your utensil or your.
Now there are marshmallows in there, so to keep it moist.
Oh, okay.
So when you come to the marshmallow, don't count that as
Okay.
part of your brown sugar.
So is
of
it
them.
packed brown sugar or?
Yes.
Okay.
Very seldom do they have you not pack it, but every so often you'll come across something that doesn't. It's kind of a nuisance having my
else is
marshmallows
that?
in the way. It's the ceramic or the terracotta.
Does it do the same thing?
It's supposed to, but I don't think it does actually.
Okay.
So she's gonna cream these together, and then we'll come back to show you what it looks like. Okay, now that that's creamed, we have a 1/4 cup of molasses that goes in. See, I
Guess
told you.
that's Do you have to keep it in the refrigerator?
I just do when it's opened. I don't think you probably have to, but I don't use a lot of molasses, so I keep it for a pretty long time.
Yeah.
So, and we were just talking about the difference between unsulfured, and this is unsulfured molasses versus strap molasses. So, okay, so she's gonna mix that in, and then she's
with
gonna
the blender or with
with the
this?
mixer, and then on top of that, you want this. Set that in. Woo. Then she's going to add 1 egg. And mix that in.
Molasses. Do you like molasses cookies?
I have one ginger cookie recipe that I like, and they're soft and they're not real strong flavored. But other than that, I'm not crazy about them. No.
Are you supposed to cream it, or are you?
No,
supposed
just
to...
like that.
Okay.
So you're good. Okay, so then we're going to add our cornstarch, and it's going to take about 2 tablespoons roughly of cornstarch. 2 scant tablespoons. That's a teaspoon. Glasses are on top of your head.
Well, I should be able to tell by how big it is. Tablespoons, a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
So it would take. We have
A
that
third of
too?
a cup. It would take a
Okay.
yeah. It would take a third of a cup if we were using the whole thing.
Stir that in.
You can if you want to.
Want to tell them?
He's downstairs. I think. No, well, I don't know. My brother-in-law is here. Her husband, not our husband.
I figured she'd do well.
Okay, then you want to add in a teaspoon of ginger. I put ginger and
Favorite brother-in-law.
I think he's downstairs.
Huh?
I think he's downstairs.
Oh, I gotta go.
Okay, bye.
Then what?
And 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. Which sometimes I think this is a waste because we're using it for decoration. Not for consumption necessarily, but you could eat it.
Yeah.
Dip it in your cocoa or your coffee. And you want just a pinch of cloves. Do you like cloves?
You mean in stuff or?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. And then there's salt in the crock right there. You just want about a quarter of a teaspoon of salt. So that would be about half one of those spoons. Okay, so now she's gonna mix this and then we're ready to add our flour.
It smells a lot better than it did with just the molasses.
So when we add the flour, it's a measurement, but then kind of by texture.
Okay.
So since we're cutting this in half, she's gonna add 2 1/4 cups of flour. And it'll look like it's not gonna hold together at first, but once you mix it, it will. And that's a half cup, so. I mean, that measuring cup is a half cup.
So
You
what
want 4? Minus that one. Can't get good help these days. That's 2. And then one that's about half full. Okay. This is when it's good that it's not super powerful, so you're not wearing all the flour.
like when you do powdered sugar.
Oh, I
it's
know.
like-
Powdered sugar is bad about that. See how it looks like it's never going to hold together?
Yeah.
But as you keep mixing it, gets better.
You say so.
It will. Keep going. You'll be shocked. I have a recipe for same thing, totally different thing actually. For some Asian food, and when we make the sauce, it looks like it's never going to get thick, never going to get thick, and then all of a sudden it just is there.
Oh.
Keep going. Keep going.
Does it need to go faster?
You can turn it over. I'm gonna stick my hand in.
Oh.
See, it doesn't look
Okay.
like it would do that, but it does.
No.
Okay, so we're going to put this on some floured parchment and roll it to about a quarter of an inch thick, and then refrigerate this for a couple of hours, and then we'll come back. As you can see, I'm rolling this out and to a quarter inch thick, and it's thick, so it's not going to be like a pie crust that you can roll it super easy. It's going to take some muscle, especially when you first start. I don't know where my spoon is that does it. I'm just going to show you. One of my wooden spoons. It's round. It's all of them, but the one I maybe it's in the. No, it's not round. Oh, it's not round. Have you ever seen this?
Mm-mm.
So, quarter an inch, half an inch.
Cool.
So you can just kind of put it, and that's a quarter an inch. Okay, so anyway, like I said, it's just kind of hard to roll it first, so don't expect to roll it like a pie crust. Okay, we are winding down. I think this is our last one to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we did our gingerbread. It's been in the refrigerator. So now you put your template over it, and we have a template of a gingerbread house, and you can cut around it. And you're going to cut around the doorway, but don't cut it out yet. Just score around the doorway, because when the cookie expands, it would close your doorway.
I'm not the most precise person. Did I put down that side?
Yes.
Okay.
And then
Just
just score around the door. Yeah, so you'll know where to cut whenever it's done baking. Now, can you lift him out? And you can pull the dough up on it if it makes it easier. Remember, these will set on your cocoa or your coffee cup. Okay. Just them anywhere on there. And we're going to bake these at 375 for 10 to 15 minutes. Or you can take a cookie cutter, fairly small one. Even the little bitty ones would work, you know, the miniature cookie cutters.
yeah.
Out of there. And then you're going to want to cut or to score a place that will be cut out once he's done baking so that he can go on your cup. And you want to go about halfway. Otherwise, he'll tip over into your cup. So we've got the little gingerbread house, we've got the gingerbread man, we've got a Christmas tree. On to our next candy. Okay, we are going to show you a recipe for some s'mores muddy buddies.
Okay.
I have to go slow because if not, muddy buddies just come out like that. I don't know why. I'm kind of slow sometimes. Okay, so we're starting this. Normally, puppy chow or muddy buddies begin with like Crispix or rice cereal or whatever. We're starting with Honey O's.
Okay.
Okay, so I haven't opened it yet. So you're gonna need 6 cups of that in your bowl. And I like Honey O's.
I don't think I've ever had them.
Really?
No.
Gotta have good teeth to eat them though, don't you?
6?
6 cups.
Better get in there.
Cooking is so much easier when you have somebody to boss around.
Yeah. 3. Well, at least I don't have to do the dishes.
Well, she thought I was telling her she had to. I was just telling her that if I've made something chocolate.
You be the dishwasher.
Yeah. I said, in your dishwasher, I was asking. Mine doesn't.
No, I don't remember.
Do that one and one more. I think that was fine. But I don't know. We can look back at the video, but by then it would be too late. So you're going heavy on that one. Okay. And then 2 are Honey O's.
I'll say this, it smells a lot better than most things I grill.
Ron just drilled some holes in our cinnamon sticks for our garland. So, to that, you're going to add a 1/2 cup of dehydrated, and there, I think, oh, you moved it. That white cup was a 1/2 cup. Did it have brown sugar in it?
It's got water in it?
Oh, now it might. Just do 1/2 cup. 1/2 cup dehydrated marshmallows.
Gonna have to clean the kitchen when I'm done. Sweep the floor.
I have a cleaning schedule.
Oh.
Because I found, being retired, if I didn't have a cleaning schedule, it was like, the floors need mop. Yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. Or if it's on the schedule, I do it on the day I'm supposed to. So today was bathrooms. I cleaned my bathroom and
We'll have to try that.
yep, it really works for me. But okay, and then we also want a 1/2 cup of mini chocolate chips.
You think that's a half a cup?
A little more. I mean, you can't go wrong with mini chocolate chips.
No. To me, it's skinnier down here.
Yes, it is.
So
Okay, mix those together and then set that aside.
Okay.
Okay, and in our microwave-proof bowl, we're going to put a half a cup of creamy peanut butter.
It's microwave proof, not
Shatterproof.
shatterproof.
That's the way I bought some half cup. No, don't eat it.
I won't. I don't like doing peanut butter.
You know, if you spray the cup, I didn't, but if you spray the cup, it cleans up a lot better. Beforehand, I mean. I bought some Christmas ornament balls that I wanted out on my big garland around the door.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted them to be plastic because when the wind blows, I didn't want them to break. And everything says shatterproof. But shatterproof and unbreakable are not the same thing.
Oh.
Because shatterproof just, I mean, sometimes it is. But it could be that it just means that when it breaks, it doesn't splinter into a million different pieces.
Okay.
Okay. And then, big knife. Half a stick of butter, half of that. 4 tablespoons. Yeah, it's soft. And then we're going to put in a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And remember, that's half of one of those spoons. And we're going to put this in the microwave to melt for about 30 seconds. But I would do really close intervals just so it doesn't overdo it. So we'll come back and show you once it's microwaved or creamy. Right, so we microwaved, we being me, the peanut butter and salt. Now we're going to do a teaspoon of vanilla.
Look at my...
You're shaking.
I know.
You can't have too much good vanilla. And that is, it's homemade vanilla, so it's really good vanilla. So stir that together. And then we're going to pour this mixture over in our cereal and stir it together. And that will kind of help melt those chocolate chips a little bit too. I'm so glad it's not just me that pounds things on the bowl. I have thought about that in my videos.
Are you not supposed to?
I don't know. I just do. You know what? There are no rules. Well, there are rules, but not.
Stir this together.
Mm-hmm.
All the chocolate chips are under there.
Okay, while you're doing that, I'm going to take the same bowl and I'm going to melt 1 cup of regular chocolate chips. I just don't like doing them together because sometimes the chocolate burns and seizes up on me. But if you're brave, you could have melted this in with the peanut butter. Okay, so now that that's melted, you can dump that in and stir it in with our cereal as well. And that was 1 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips. That bowl's heavy, isn't it?
Yes. Oh. I'm not gaining much here.
Oh, well.
Before it hardens, or does it take very long for it to get
Oh,
hardened?
yeah, it'll take a while. Especially when the peanut butter wasn't with the chocolate started. Okay, well, she's mixing. Keep going. I'm going to put a half a cup of powdered sugar in a Ziploc bag.
This is messy.
Okay. Now you can take a big spoonful of that and put it in here.
Do you trust me?
What could go wrong? Okay.
Dump it on the floor.
Now I'm going to take another half cup of powdered sugar. Another big spoon. Go ahead with that. Keep going.
Or you do that much?
Yeah, that's good. And then our last half cup, it just kind of makes it easier to get everything coated well with our powdered sugar. And then the rest of the cereal. And then we're going to shake this up really well, and then you can put it in a container, or just go ahead and eat it. Just a different variety of. Do you make puppy chow at Christmas?
Somebody does, but I never do.
Or muddy buddies?
Muddy buddies.
Why don't you have trouble
I don't-
saying that? I have trouble saying it. Okay. Good shake after you seal it. Use that paper towel if you want to. Okay. Shake, shake, shake. Okay, now we're to making some of the novel kind of candies. So we're going to show you how to make Oreo ornaments. So I've melted some white almond bark and we have some Oreos. Kelly's going to dip that in there and coat it completely. And then we have some mini Reese's that she's going to put on one end. Yep.
That way.
And set this on your parchment.
It is sliding. But maybe if it's...
Yeah. And then you can take whatever sprinkles you want, and while it's still wet, you decide. And we're just talking, we don't like it when they sell you sprinkles that don't have the little lid thing, the shaker. Especially when you're talking big openings like this, because when our grandkids come and do cookies, I normally have a pile of whatever.
Well, I'm getting all the same color in one.
That's okay. So then you just repeat the process. Whenever you get your first ornament done, you go to another ornament and
Some red ones.
okay. We'll show you what they all look like when they're done.
You're rushing me.
Sorry. You're going slow, okay?
Oh yeah, we don't have any white ones.
Yeah, but there's white icing.
I don't
Beautiful
like the way
ornament.
That looks.
Is that an ornament you would hang on your tree? See, mine would have to be all gold or all, I
didn't get the sprinkles.
monochromatic. You have colored lights on your tree?
No,
Me either.
white.
Thanks for joining us for this session of Cooking with Some Friends. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And find us on Facebook at Cooking with Some Friends.